The Forbidden City, located in the heart of Beijing, China, is an iconic symbol of Chinese imperial power and one of the most renowned architectural marvels in the world. Built between 1406 and 1420 during the Ming Dynasty, the Forbidden City served as the imperial palace for nearly 500 years, housing 24 emperors from both the Ming and Qing dynasties. Its construction was commissioned by Emperor Yongle, the third emperor of the Ming Dynasty, who sought to establish a grand residence that would assert the centrality of the emperor's rule and reflect his authority over the entire realm. The Forbidden City is situated at the northern end of Tiananmen Square and covers an area of approximately 180 acres. Enclosed by a massive defensive wall that stretches 3.4 kilometers in length and a moat, the complex is composed of nearly 1,000 buildings. These structures are arranged in a meticulous manner, with the imperial family residing in the northern sections and the administrative and ceremonial areas in the southern parts. The design of the Forbidden City follows traditional Chinese cosmological and philosophical principles, with a strong emphasis on symmetry, hierarchical layout, and the use of color and decoration to denote the status and authority of the emperor. Constructed primarily from wood, the buildings of the Forbidden City are adorned with intricate carvings, colorful tiles, and golden accents, showcasing the craftsmanship of the artisans involved. The architecture follows classical Chinese styles, with sweeping roofs, large courtyards, and ornate decorations symbolizing imperial power. The central building of the Forbidden City, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, was where important ceremonies, such as imperial enthronements and state banquets, took place. The emperor's residence, the Palace of Heavenly Purity, was located in the northern part of the complex, signifying its role as the emperor's private quarters and center of governance. As a symbol of China's imperial era, the Forbidden City embodies both political and spiritual significance. It was designed to represent the emperor as the son of heaven, the intermediary between heaven and earth, with a meticulously structured layout that reinforces this role. The complex's layout is also aligned with key principles of feng shui, with the palace facing south, symbolizing the emperor's role as the center of the universe. The Forbidden City also incorporated elements of traditional Chinese concepts of space, such as the idea of separating the sacred from the secular. Throughout its long history, the Forbidden City has undergone several changes and renovations, particularly during the Qing dynasty, which succeeded the Ming dynasty. During this time, the complex was expanded and further adorned to accommodate the Qing imperial family and reflect their distinct cultural identity. The palace grounds also served as a center of power, where political decisions were made and the emperor conducted daily affairs. However, with the fall of the Qing dynasty in 1912 and the establishment of the Republic of China, the Forbidden City ceased to function as the imperial palace. It was transformed into a museum in 1925 and is now known as the Palace Museum, one of the most visited museums in the world. The Forbidden City houses an extensive collection of over 1 million works of art, ranging from paintings, calligraphy, and ceramics to historical artifacts and imperial treasures. These items provide valuable insights into Chinese history, culture, and imperial life. The Palace Museum has played a key role in preserving China's cultural heritage, offering a glimpse into the opulence and grandeur of the imperial era. Today, the Forbidden City is not only a major cultural and historical landmark, but also an important symbol of China's rich imperial legacy. It has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and continues to attract millions of tourists each year. As a symbol of both ancient China's power and artistic achievement, the Forbidden City stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Chinese civilization. The Forbidden City's historical and cultural significance extends beyond its architectural grandeur. Its role as a seat of imperial power meant that it was the focal point of China's political, cultural, and social life for centuries. The emperors, along with their families and court officials, lived within the confines of this immense complex, which was designed to function as a self-contained world. Inside, the Forbidden City was not just a palace, but a city in its own right, complete with its own infrastructure, including temples, gardens, and storage areas. The Forbidden City was also home to an elite class of servants officials, and concubines who played crucial roles in maintaining the imperial household. These individuals lived in various quarters, located on the outskirts of the central halls. Only the highest-ranking officials were allowed near the emperor's private chambers. The layout of the Forbidden City ensured that the emperor remained at the top of the social hierarchy, and this separation was physically represented by the vast courtyards and gates. The political role of the Forbidden City was not limited to the emperor alone. The palace was the place where the most important political events took place, such as imperial decrees, court assemblies, and the planning of military and administrative decisions. The emperor was not the only figure of authority in the Forbidden City. His closest advisors, military generals, and trusted officials played significant roles in the governance of the empire. The palace's role as the heart of the Chinese state is a reflection of the emperor's divine right to rule and the absolute power they wielded, which was often portrayed through elaborate ceremonies and rituals held within the palace walls. In addition to its political and administrative functions, the Forbidden City also served as a center for art and culture. The emperors, as patrons of the arts, maintained a vast collection of artworks, historical manuscripts, and artifacts within the palace complex. These works were often produced by the finest artisans of the time, and many of them were created specifically for the emperor's use or for ceremonial purposes. The Forbidden City thus became an important repository of Chinese art, which included traditional paintings, sculptures, calligraphy, and pottery. Some of the most precious artifacts in the world, many of which are now housed in the Palace Museum, were once located here. The architectural design of the Forbidden City was heavily influenced by Confucian principles, which emphasized order, respect for hierarchy, and the moral responsibility of the emperor to his people. This is evident in the careful planning of the space, where each building and courtyard had a specific function and symbolic meaning. The red walls and golden roofs, which dominate the landscape, were chosen not only for their beauty, but also for their symbolic associations with power and divinity. Red, in traditional Chinese culture, represents good fortune and happiness, while gold represents the emperor's celestial authority. One of the most distinctive features of the Forbidden City is its use of gardens, which played a key role in balancing the vastness and formality of the architecture. These gardens were spaces for the emperor and his family to relax, reflect, and enjoy nature. With carefully designed landscapes, water features, and pavilions, the gardens also symbolize the harmony between heaven and earth, a central tenet of traditional Chinese philosophy. The natural beauty of these spaces provided a striking contrast to the rigid formality of the surrounding structures, illustrating the emperor's connection to both nature and the heavens. Over time, the Forbidden City has become more than just an imperial palace. It is a symbol of China's deep historical roots, its cultural richness, and the complexity of its political and social systems. Its preservation as a museum has allowed modern visitors to experience the magnificence of China's imperial past and has made it one of the most visited and studied monuments in the world. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it continues to attract scholars, tourists, and art lovers from all over the globe, eager to explore its vast historical and cultural significance. Today, the Forbidden City remains a powerful reminder of the opulence and complexity of China's imperial past. Although the last emperor of China, Puyi, was removed from the Forbidden City in 1924, its legacy as the center of political, cultural, and artistic power persists. The Forbidden City is not just a historical site. It is a living testament to the enduring influence of Chinese culture and history. Its preservation and continued relevance to Chinese identity are a testament to its place as one of the most important cultural landmarks in the world. The enduring legacy of the Forbidden City is also reflected in the way it influences both Chinese and global perceptions of imperial China. In modern times, it has become a cultural icon not just within China, but also internationally. Its design and historical significance are studied extensively in academic fields such as architecture, history, art, and archaeology. Scholars and tourists alike are drawn to the Forbidden City's ability to encapsulate the rich cultural and political history of China, offering insights into the imperial system and the philosophical foundations that shaped the country for over 5 centuries. The Forbidden City is also central to the broader concept of Chinese heritage and national pride. As China has experienced rapid modernization and political change over the past century, the Forbidden City stands as a symbol of continuity, offering a tangible link to the past while reflecting the cultural resilience of the nation. Despite the seismic shifts in China's political landscape, the Forbidden City remains an enduring symbol of China's imperial history, preserving the stories of dynasties long past and the grandeur that once defined the empire. The museum itself has continued to evolve since its founding in 1925. Today, the Palace Museum not only houses ancient Chinese artifacts, but also serves as a center for cultural exchange. It organizes exhibitions, conducts research, and offers educational programs that promote a deeper understanding of Chinese culture and history to both domestic and international audiences. Its collections continue to grow, with artifacts being restored, conserved, and displayed in ever-changing exhibitions. The museum's exhibitions frequently cover a broad range of themes, such as the life of the emperors, imperial rituals, and the daily life of those who live within the walls of the Forbidden City. These exhibitions give visitors an opportunity to explore different aspects of Chinese history, art, and culture in an immersive way. The Forbidden City's architectural brilliance also continues to inspire modern architecture and design. The principles of symmetry, harmony with nature, and respect for hierarchy seen in the Forbidden City's construction have influenced architects and designers both in China and abroad. Its design has been interpreted and adapted in various forms in modern buildings, offering a lasting influence on architectural thinking and urban planning. The site has also appeared in numerous works of literature, film, and popular culture, further cementing its place in the global imagination. Its symbolism of power, mystery, and historical depth continues to captivate storytellers, making it a prominent subject in both historical and fictional narratives. The Forbidden City's mysterious aura and rich history continue to inspire films and documentaries, which highlight the intrigue surrounding the lives of its former inhabitants, the power dynamics of the imperial court, and the immense wealth and luxury that defined imperial China. The Forbidden City is also a powerful symbol of political and cultural change. It represents both the peak of Chinese imperial glory and its eventual decline with the fall of the Qing dynasty. The palace complex's transformation from a royal residence to a public museum reflects the shift from monarchy to republic, marking the end of a long era of imperial rule and the beginning of modern China. The events surrounding the fall of the Qing dynasty, the abdication of the last emperor, and the subsequent transition to the Republic of China are pivotal moments in Chinese history, and they are inextricably linked to the story of the Forbidden City. In recent years, there has been increasing attention on the preservation and conservation of the Forbidden City structures and artifacts. With its vast size and the thousands of invaluable objects within it, the museum faces significant challenges in maintaining and safeguarding its collection. Efforts to preserve the architecture and artifacts are ongoing, with advanced techniques being employed to combat the effects of aging, pollution, and natural wear. The Chinese government has made substantial investments in the restoration and preservation of the Forbidden City, ensuring that it remains in good condition for future generations to appreciate and study. As a cultural landmark, the Forbidden City's significance is not limited to the past, but continues to resonate in contemporary China and the wider world. Its deep historical roots provide a sense of national identity and pride for the Chinese people, and its status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site helps to secure its place in global consciousness. The Forbidden City stands as a powerful symbol of China's historical grandeur and cultural heritage, a monument that not only reflects the past, but also influences the present and future. It remains an enduring testament to the legacy of imperial China and the indelible mark that its civilization has left on the world.